Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News at 5. Mark is off this evening and Whitney is on special assignment. We'll hear from her in just a moment. But in the meantime, newly filed search warrants in Spokane County reveal more details about last weekend's deadly shooting at the North Spokane Walmart. Investigators say Spokane police shot and killed a suspected shoplifter last Sunday. 2 officers suffered injuries while trying to detain him. Right now, KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is joining us after getting a hold of copies of the new search warrant, describing how police-sworn body camera video is helping this investigation. And what did you find out, Amanda?
Well, Cody, this story continues to develop daily. Today, those new search warrants filed at the Spokane County Courthouse describe body camera video that shows what may have led up to this fatal shooting. Investigators say a Spokane police officer shot and killed a suspected shoplifter Sunday at a Walmart in North Spokane. 2 officers on scene suffered injuries while trying to arrest 34-year-old Carrie Jones Hilberg. New search warrants filed in Spokane County say body camera video shows the suspect on the floor fighting to get away from the officers. Court documents say the video captures one of the officers yelling, "He's got a gun." Then the suspect yelled back, "No, I don't," as he began to raise his hand toward his chest. Court documents say investigators slowed the body camera video at that point. By doing this, investigators say they could see an outline of a dark-colored firearm in a shoulder holster on the suspect, along with additional magazines. Court documents say the firearm was hanging down toward the front of the suspect in the area where he raised his hand. That's when one of the officers fired 1 shot at the suspect, striking him in the chest. Documents say the suspect continued to resist officers until he lost consciousness. Investigators also gathered security footage from Walmart. They say it shows the suspect on his cell phone while gathering items. Investigators believe this indicates the suspect was working with another person. Now, the search warrant also says the firearm located near the suspect's body is listed as stolen from a vehicle about 2 years ago in Airway Heights. Now, according to the medical examiner, a urine sample from the suspect tested positive for meth. Reporting from the Spokane County Courthouse, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you so much. In the meantime, let's shift gears to take a look at another round of weekend snow that's expected to blanket the inland Northwest. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is live in the Weather Center tonight, busy tracking the very latest. So what is the timing on this, Jeremy?
Oh, it's all about tomorrow. Really, it is. Tomorrow morning, we'll see it start over on the west side and creep its way across the state. Temperatures dropped drastically in the last hour, quite incredible. In just 1 hour, we've dropped 4 degrees for most of the region. That puts us down near freezing, and that helps set the stage for what we expect tomorrow. Look at the dew point, though. 25, dry atmosphere, temperatures going to continue to drop with clear skies. Mountains, 18 to 24 inches of snow expected over the Cascades, 8 to 10 here in the inland Northwest. Down low, 3 to 4, pretty widespread in that snow. Not moving through just yet, but we had a little bit of something starting to pop up on the radar. That was that incredible rain that came down in Green Acres. Now it's moving just south of Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls as snow and working its way through. That not really a sign of things to come, but what is the cloud cover we wake up to. Eventually we'll see clouds take over and eventually that snow moves in. Kind of in the 4 o'clock hour and grows more widespread and heavier overnight. We'll wake up to it Sunday, but look at the rain move in. It's a very interesting weather pattern that brings us the widespread rain and snow. By Sunday evening, it all starts tapering off, and a few lingering showers bring us the chance of a little bit of rain come Monday, but it's just a chance. We'll talk that in the full forecast.
Jeremy, thank you so much. In other top stories tonight, this afternoon, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Washington announced a federal jury indicted a man for trafficking fentanyl and meth. Court documents say surveillance video at Northern Quest Casino captured an alleged drug transaction in the parking lot. Tribal police arrested Charles Dickerson. Documents claim they found him with 12 grams of cocaine, over 130 Skittles believed to contain fentanyl, and an estimated $18,000 in cash. Now, this indictment comes just days after U.S. Attorney for Eastern Washington, Vanessa Waldorf, testified before U.S. Senate Committee on Indian Affairs. Waldorf spoke about efforts being made in Eastern Washington to help with the fentanyl crisis, including drug prevention and education programs.
What we've needed to do to be able to effectively prosecute these drugs is really to work in coordination with our local, state, and tribal partners to share information so that we can most effectively go after the largest traffickers of drugs in our communities and really ensure that we can go cut the snake's head off and making sure that these dangerous drugs don't get into our communities.
Walters says she's proud of the work her office and federal partners are doing to prosecute and remove dangerous drugs so far. That's because she says each seizure of drugs and case prosecuted saves lives. Well, last night, the West Plains Water Coalition hosted an educational meeting in Airway Heights to discuss the health impacts of PFAS. Now, PFAS can potentially cause health problems and are often found in firefighting foam used at airports. Because of that, military bases and airports often deal with contaminated water sources, including Fairchild Air Force Base. Back in 2017, several wells outside the base were tested and found to have been contaminated with high levels of PFAS. Now, some of the issues discussed last night in the meeting included the suspected health effects of them, how to protect children, and if getting a blood test is necessary.
There's a lot of research being done, so I think we will keep learning every day. And John started by saying, be patient with us because we don't have all the answers. And the answer is we don't really have all the answers.
Now, there is another meeting set for next Thursday. That one will focus on the cleanup efforts of PFAS. Let's switch gears because we are heading into the weekend and you might be spending some time inside holiday shopping. Now, if you're at an area mall, you can make someone in need's Christmas just a little bit brighter this season. KREM 2's Whitney Ward is joining us now live to tell us more tonight. Hey there, Whitney.
Hi, Cody. Yes, once again, we are out here at the Spokane Valley Mall, and we are talking about Tree of Sharing, one of my most favorite programs in the entire Spokane community. So you come down here and you are able to help not just children, but adults who might not be able to have the gifts that they want for Christmas. In fact, what you get here for those people, that may be the only thing they have to open for Christmas. So I have a volunteer. I begged and I pleaded for Marie Phillipson to come over here and talk with us because you have been a volunteer here for several years. You said it's one of your most favorite programs. Tell me about being a volunteer here and why you love it.
Well, it's an amazing experience to see both how we serve the lower income people and the needs that get met that way, but also the families and the groups and the office buildings, the office groups that do it as a collective. So we get to visit with a lot of people both on the giving and the sharing side.
In fact, we just ran into a group from Hayden Homes who came here as part of their Christmas party to come down here to get tags and to go do their shopping to make sure that people have what they want and need for Christmas. So how cool is that?
That's way cool. And Spokane is a generous community, so we're blessed that people feel compelled to, engage in that level.
And so we're kind of running out of time, but quickly, it's about the tags. So come on over here with me and tell me a little bit about how the tags work. If you've never been part of Tree of Sharing, how it all works.
Well, it's sorted by age group, so you have 0 to 10, 11 to 18, and on up to 64. These tags have all been submitted by people that participate in the programs in Spokane that serve the lower income and the less privileged. So those requests are very specific. It might be a pair of socks or a Stanley Cup mug or something like that. And so each tag has an age and an item on it, and you can select, you can look through and pick what you want to fill, and then you bring it back unwrapped, because we have a whole team of wrapping elves, and then we make sure they get back to the programs that submitted the request.
Well, perfect. Thank you very much. So nice to meet you, and thank you for what you do here for Tree of Sharing. I hope you have a great weekend. We want to make sure people understand, though, this is the last weekend that you can be a part of Tree of Sharing. You have to be here, get your tag, and bring it back here unwrapped to these tables, which are at 3 of the local malls, Spokane Valley, River Park Square, and Northtown Mall. Bring that gift back here by 6 o'clock on Sunday and make sure that you can make the holidays just a little bit brighter for someone in need. Cody, back to you.
Whitney, thank you so much. A lot of good being done in the community. And for any of our other holiday content, be sure to go to KREM 2 Plus. It's free to download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and on Apple TV.